How's it going, people? Simon Slappy here, and as requested, we've now started our Void series of quests for the Karasi sword, and the first one being Quiet of the Storm. So, for this quest, you don't actually need all that much. You simply have to have completed the Imp Catcher and Wanted, and you need 35 attack, 42 strength, and played at least one game of Pest Control. You don't actually need any items at all for this quest, so all I've got for you is optional items. And they are a Falador Telly, or a couple I should say, your Cabbage Teleport, that'd be Explorer's Ring, or if you've got it, a Void Summon with the teleport scroll straight to the Void Land. Although I doubt many people have. So, as soon as you're ready to start this quest, all you have to do is head to Valley and talk to Sir Tiffy sitting on the bench. Ask him about the Void Knights. And then officially start the quest. And he'll tell you to head all the way down to Void and talk to the Commodore there. So, Cabbage Ring if you've got it, if not, just run. There's not exactly a lot of time difference, to be honest. But make your way to Port Sarim and teleport over to Pest Control. So, here we are, on the island. Now we need to go and talk to the Commodore, who's actually in the northeast corner of this island. So just head straight over there. And start talking to him. And you'll basically tell him that you're here to investigate about a pest that's apparently escaped. So, once you've regained control, you then want to talk to Captain Tyre, who should be just outside the hut, or house, and ask him for his opinion. And he'll basically say, yeah, fair enough, just go talk to all the people around this area to start your investigation. So, once you've gained control, you can actually check your quest within the quest log, and it'll show you at the bottom if you've talked to the people who you have actually talked to already. So to start off, just start talking to all the people around here. The people you need to speak to are Knight Amy, Knight Bernard, Knight Diana, Knight Mikhail, and Jessica. You'll also need to have talked to Maria, Mrs. Gord, Squire Sam, and Terry Gord. They're all found within these like 4 houses, all in this little area, so there's no need to run anywhere else on the island. Easiest ones to take off first are the 4 knights, as they're obviously in the Void gear. Nice and simple. And then you've got the normal looking NPCs, which you typically find around the houses, or inside them even. So just to show you now, I've talked to a couple of people, and as you can see, the people I've talked to have been crossed off on the list. So you know who to talk to. Ask every single NPC all the options. In fact, you don't have to do that. You apparently can just ask one option and then say thanks, that's all. You could do that to save yourself a bit of time, but if you want to know the story, then you may as well just ask them everything. But you don't really need to know it, to be honest, as it's pretty much just people accusing other people. For those of you curious how long this quest will actually take you, it shouldn't take any more than 20 minutes, maybe half hour. Pretty short quest, makes a nice change compared to the last bunch of quests I've done. As Walgothic Sleeps and Ritual of Majara, Morning's End Part 2, they're all long ass quests. So, just trying to find the last one. There he is, Knight Mikhail. So, as soon as you found all of them, I think it was 9 altogether, you now just have to talk to Captain Tyre. And he'll ask you who you think is actually guilty. So now all we have to do is talk to Jessica, as she is the one who actually committed the crime and let the pest escape. So go ahead and talk to her, and this time accuse her of a crime. Or confront about the crime, I should say. And then say she was the one who let the pest loose. And she'll try and deny it. But meh. Talk to Captain Tyre as soon as you finish talking to her. And Captain Tyre will agree with you, and he actually thought it was Jessica as well. And as soon as you've finished speaking to him, talk to the Commodore. And eventually you'll get thrown into a cutscene. I'll fast forward, as there's quite a lot of talking. Eventually you'll get asked a question, just say yes, and you'll end up taking a potion and get chucked into here, where you have to do a very, very, very simple puzzle. As you can see, these blocks have all got borders on them. I'm pretty sure this might be the same for everybody, so you can follow what I did on screen, but it's really not difficult. Quite literally, just put the borders on the border. There isn't much else to say. So once you've done that, you'll go back into the same cutscene, and the Commodore will throw Jessica in prison and tell you to go and report to Tiffy, and he'll now send out a unit to try and hunt this pest down on the mainland. So hopefully you brought your Falador Telly along, as we now need to go and speak to Sir Tiffy in Falador Park. So as soon as the cutscene's over, just head straight back to Fally. And we now speak to Sir Tiffy on the bench in Fally Park, in case you've forgotten. So talk to him and tell you what you found. Talk about the Void Knights. And you'll kind of get a cutscene where you'll suddenly appear down in Port Sarim, and as you actually enter Port Sarim with Sir Tiffy, you'll find Karasi there. At which point Sir Tiffy will summon Lady Table, who will come down and teleport her back to HQ, and you'll appear back in Fally Park. So, once you're back in Volatile Park, you'll carry on talking to Sir Tiffy, and if you've got any items on you, just like I have, he'll actually say you can't carry on yet, you need to get rid of all the items on you. So, nice and simply, just head to Valley East Bank and deposit all your items and equipment. You don't actually need any of it anyway for all of this, so it's all good. So once you're bollock naked, go back and talk to Sir Tiffy. And this time you'll say okay, and you'll get teleported to the same room you was in Ritual of Marjora. Or could be Volga that sleeps, can't remember. Anyway, once you're here, talk to Karasi and ask her what happened, and she'll say she doesn't remember. And you'll eventually take the potion again to throw you into the dream world. So once you're here, you got a little puzzle. It's quite simple. First off, talk to the toll gate right in front of you and ask every single option. It's the kind of puzzle where there's only one boat, but you've got to transport 2 adults and 2 kids across the river. It's that kind of thing. But luckily enough, this is the same for everybody, so I actually have the answers for you right here. So once you've asked every single question, you then want to talk to Bernard and say you will cross with him, and you and Bernard will run across to the other side. Once you're on the other side, talk to the toll gate, or the booth even, and this time take yourself across, alone. Once you're back on the left side, you then want to talk to either Amy or Diana, doesn't really matter which, and tell them both to cross. Second option, I do believe. And those 2 will run across. You'll then want to talk to the toll booth once again, and this time tell Bernard to cross. And as soon as Bernard's back over, talk to Bernard, and you and Bernard cross together. So, that's the end of the first puzzle. All of you will be across, and you'll get thrown into the second puzzle. Now this is also the same for everybody, so there's no need to worry. You want to start off from the left and talk to the Commodore, and he'll tell you a little whatever, he's just chatting nonsense to be honest, and assign him a position, and tell him about the ship position, and at the helm. Then choose what he's thinking about, and that's Jessica. And then what he saw was some clouds. So Commodore is at the helm, Jessica and clouds. As soon as you've done that, start talking to Karasi, which is right next to him, and assign her the positions. And her ship position was in the hold. She was thinking about a promotion. And she saw a pest. So Karasi is in the hold, promotion and pest. The next one you want to speak to is Diana, which is right next to it. And Diana's ship position was on main deck. She was thinking about fighting. And she saw a seagull. So Diana is main deck, fighting and seagull. You then wanted to speak to Bernard right next to her. And assign Bernard the ship position of Crow's Nest. He was thinking about lunch. And he saw some seaweed. And then finally talked to Amy. And her ship position was in the rigging. And she was thinking about her sister. And finally she saw a shark. So rigging, sister and shark. As soon as you do that, your screen will go black and you'll suddenly be in a boat and playing as Karazi. One of the pests will appear, start killing it. You can't, well, you won't actually lose anything if you die in this, so you've got no worries there. So just finish off the pest, and as soon as the torch is dead, all you've got to do is head up to the main deck. You can do that by going up the ladders right next to you. As soon as you get up, you'll be attacked by a shifter. Kill the shifter. And as soon as you do eventually kill the shifter, you'll have another little cutscene. And everyone will die. But you actually catch the Commodore fighting with someone, but you don't know who it is yet. So once you regain control, you want to speak to Sir Tiffy and tell him about what happened. Karazi will also remember what happened. And they'll both ask you to go all the way back to the Void Island and speak to Captain Tyre. So, as soon as you're back outside, you can either bank and use your cabbage port or just straight run down, doesn't really matter which, and make your way back to the Void Island. And once you're back on the island, same as last time, head to the northeast corner and speak to Captain Tyre. You'll tell Captain Tyre what happened and that everyone's dead, including the Commodore, and Captain Tyre will now become Commodore Tyre. So, as soon as you do that, it's quest complete. Yeah, it really was that short and easy. So for this quest, you actually get 1 quest point, 4000 attack XP, and 4900 strength XP. You also get a Void Knight seal. So a kind of meh reward, but it was a very simple and easy quest, and it's the first one of the series, so hopefully it picks up later on. So that was the end of Quiet Before the Storm. Next Friday's RSQuest will be a Void Dance. And sometime in the week I may start uploading some other RS quests. I'm not sure which yet. I did just make a noob, so it could very well be some free will quests. So until then, I'll catch you all later.